What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and another Lumafusion tutorial. I've been asked a lot about my workflow, in particular about how I organize my files. Now, there's a couple of little tricks I do to keep them organized and little things that I do because I record on this tiny little 7-inch screen right here. So it's really paramount that I am very organized, or else my workflow is going to take forever. So let's go ahead and run the intro and let's talk about that workflow. And my biggest rule of thumb is if you want your workflow to be successful, you need to do as much pre-production and during production as you possibly can. So pre-production, I have my little notebook here where I write down all of my notes. Before I ever set anything up, I write down exactly what the video is going to be about, an idea of the title, the date I'm filming it, little steps along the way, things I want to see in there. And then as I'm recording, each time I hit stop on the camera, I write down the clip number and I write down little hints to tell me what's in that clip, things I might like, things I might not. And if the clip is just something I don't like, I just write garbage and I know to throw it away and not even keep it. So the next thing I do is as soon as I'm done recording, I go ahead and download them to my desktop, which is synced up to my iCloud. And I'd suggest, even if you have a PC, set iCloud as a folder and you can put things in there and they will automatically sync up, and then you can access them from your phone or your iPad if you use an iPad. Using iCloud is honestly like the biggest tip I can give you, because that is what's helped me the most. When I download the videos, I label them into a folder so that I know that that is for that project. As you see here, I have it as Lightroom, and if you open it up, there are all the videos numbered in a specific way or labeled in a specific way that I'm used or that I recorded for that video. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I want to hold my finger down on the folder, and then I want to move, and then you come in here to on my phone, go to Lumafusion, and then go down here to user media. And then as you see, I've already done this, but you can copy this entire folder straight into your Lumafusion user media. And then once you do that, you now have in your imported folder, so come into Lumafusion, go to imported, and you see I have the Lightroom folder. And that is all the clips that I had. So as you see, they're already imported into Lumafusion, so I can delete them off of iCloud and save that space. But more importantly, they're not going to now copy into Lumafusion. So I only have this one copy of these files, as opposed to if I put them in photos and then used them in here, or if I kept them in iCloud and then used them in here, they would then still copy into Lumafusion. I'm just doing it this way so that when I am done, I can delete this folder and it literally deletes it off my phone. Okay, so now you see, if you look here, in your sources window, you see a couple of them have color on them. So these are the clips that I used out of here. And the way you do that is go ahead and highlight one of the clips. And right here, you see this circle with a white dot in it. If you hit that, it's going to pull up all of these colors, and you can color that clip whichever of those colors you want. Now, it's important to do this because if you look here at my timeline, all of my clips are color coded. Everyone is different. So if you look and see how many things I have on here, it really can get confusing on that small space, right? But by color coding them and having them all specifically in a different color, I'm able to know, okay, yellow is this file, yellow is green is this, purple is this, so I know what they are. Now let's go ahead and come down here and look at what these are. Now this light blue, as you see in the source window, is my main camera, which I did go ahead and label it as main camera. And then I have this level here. Let's go ahead and open it so you can see what that is. And solo that out, and that is just the overlay of an iPhone. And I want to make sure I know exactly which one I'm working on, because as you see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 high. And you can forget if you're right about here. I don't have anything to tell me which layer is which. But if I have them color coded, then I know. Now this one, well, let's go. Ooh. Let's come down here. Where do we... Well, I have that one as blue. That's just the normal. But if, let's say with this plain white, if I wanted to change the color of this one, I just highlight it and hit up here where it's a circle with an eye, the info button. And then you hit your 3 dots. And then I can color that to a different color, which I don't think I have anything as dark green. So we'll go ahead and go with green. I don't. And then you can change the name of it to green background. And hit done. Now, that's not going to change all of it because there are cuts in there, but if I would have done this initially when it was just one solid piece, then it would literally, the entire thing would have turned green and it would be labeled as green background, so I can go through and know exactly what it is I'm looking at. I do the same inside, which by the way, if you come in here into import it, if you go into files, you see here I have my subscribe button and my Instagram. Now those are always color coded to orange and red. So when I drop one of those onto my timeline somewhere, let's find a blank spot here and expand our timeline out. And I'll just drop the Instagram on there. You see it automatically drops it down as orange. And if I drop the red, it's going to automatically drop that down and keep it red. So I know anytime I'm seeing orange or red on my timeline, that it's either my Instagram clip or my subscribe button. So then I can go through and I can literally look right here on this part of my timeline and I can see orange and red, orange and red, orange and red. So I know I've put down a subscribe button. I know I've put down the Instagram handle. And then anything here is blue is going to just be a title overlay of some kind. These happen to be the arrows. Now, this is how I keep it organized on the timeline. But before I ever even get to that point, the very first thing I do when I come in here and I open it up is I watch each and every one of these clips from beginning to end. I'll usually bring it into full screen so I can watch it. And I keep my finger here next to the marker so that when I'm done, if there's something, so I can mark in and out points on the clip. If I'm watching it and I say something and I know I want that to be in the video, then I hit the marker. And I hit the marker at the end of it. And I know when I come back to import it, that I pull up that clip, I look, it has markers, I put my in and out points on those markers, and I just drop them down in. At the same time, I'm using my notebook, and I'm keeping notes of everything, of what I like here that I like at 1 minute 33.28 seconds, then that's the one I'm going to use. And the same goes for anything else that I do. So I write down, hey, at 1:33:20, I said this. On this clip, 1:33:20, I said this. On this clip at 1:08:23, I said this. You get what I'm saying? So you just write down what it is you want to use and where it was on there. And you're keeping in mind as you're going through these of what it is you're wanting to say. So with this one, let me go ahead and come out. What I did with the main video is, even though I have this one labeled as main camera, it's not my main camera, right? This is just my main of me talking. If you come down here, what's actually my main camera is going to be the screen recording, because that's what's important. I can't change that. I can't go back and re-record just this one clip of me editing this photo. That has to go from beginning to end. These I can jump around through, and I can take, if I had something in here I liked, I can take that out. If I had something in here I liked, I could take that out. Now with this one, I decided that I wanted to keep my face on the screen throughout the entire thing. I just liked this aesthetic. So I decided I wanted to use one clip, and that's why I still have these 4 that never got used. But if I kept them in here, because if I changed my mind on that, if I decided I don't want to keep it as one clip, I want to come in and break things up, I now have these here. And I know each of these, according to my notes here, I have some pretty cool info on each of them. I just happen to have that info on the main one too, and I liked the way it came out, so I decided to just stick with that. And then the other thing I can tell you that I do regularly, I didn't do it on this one yet. Well, I did it, but I undid it for this video. because I knew I was gonna be playing with it, is first thing I do is I go ahead and turn off the magnetic timeline when I'm first building, because there's going to be times I'm going to cut something out and I'm going to move it off to the side, or I'm going to move it up one, because I want to keep a space there, because I maybe want to move some things around. But once I know I have a level exactly the way I want it, so I knew I had this part, the screen recording, exactly the way I wanted it, so I went ahead and I locked that down. Now I can't move, I can't cut, I can't do anything on that screen recording. And since I know the iPhone goes with it, I also locked that down. So now those two, they're not moving. No matter what I do, I can't change those. So now I can go through and I can add in my titles here and make sure that they go in the right places, because I'm not going to accidentally move something. And it also helps, I could have locked down this top one, which I did when I was editing. I just unlocked them. And that also helps because now I'm just straight up looking at my titles. And now if you're doing something like this, where it took me a minute before I decided how I wanted this to look, and you need to make sure, so let's go back, where's it at? So there we go. So right here, let this play. All right, you see how I did that transition there? So to do that, I needed to make sure, ooh, see, that's why you could lock it down. I needed to make sure that I could see everything above or underneath this clip here. So I went ahead and I turned the visuals off on that clip. So now, no matter what I do, that clip is not going to show up. And I was able to do the keyframing of this without worrying about having to see my face. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's really that simple. Just be organized ahead of time. Have your notebook, make your notes, decide what it is you want to do before you get started. Do as much pre-production and production as you can. Don't fix it in post. Fix it in camera and tweak it in post. And color code, because it's a great feature that Lumafusion offers. Use it. It really does help you. As you see, those are my little tips and tricks. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope they help. If they do, or if you want to be a part of the upcoming promotion and the editing contest in a few weeks, hopefully in a few weeks and a few hundred people, then go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit the like button, the notification bell, the share button, put it on your Facebook page, send it to Instagram, write about it in cloud writing, semaphore, however you can communicate to people. Let them know I'm here. Tell me some content you want to see. I'm going to keep doing these videos as long as I can, and I would love that to be for a very, very long time. Okay, so until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, keep editing, and God bless. I hope you have a great week.